Randy and Travis knew it was time to head back. When the sun starts to set, around 8:30 p.m., is when the animals gain the upper hand. They packed up their hunting gear and began the return home. It was the same dirt trail they used every weekend. They would park their truck at the clearing by the 7-Eleven, then walk a full 2 miles into the woods. Plenty of deer, quail, squirrel, you name it. Not today, though. That's why they waited so late to head home. They hadn't seen a thing. Well, that was a waste of time, Travis exclaimed. Randy said nothing as he was growing concerned with how long the trek back was taking. Did we already pass the split tree? Randy asked. Travis, having just taken notice, said, "No, not yet. But that couldn't have been right. The split tree was the halfway marker. They should have passed that half an hour ago." Suddenly, it was darker than they were used to, and Randy pulled out a flashlight. They continued on the trail, growing more confused as time passed on. Now, they should have been home. They should have been to the truck hours ago. Both of their phones were dead, but it had to be at least 11 by now. How had they not reached the truck, a road, or any kind of landmark in so long? Randy's pace began to quicken. He was worried. He heard Travis's footsteps keeping in time with his, when they suddenly stopped. "Dude, what the hell is that?" Randy shined his flashlight in the direction Travis was pointing. It was an animal. A dead one. It was small and slender, about the size of a rabbit, but there was no fur. Someone had skinned it, leaving nothing but a shimmering pale mound of white and pink flesh. But it wasn't the only one. There were more of them, maybe 20, placed in a circle. Then it hit Randy like a wave of nausea. Today was the day that man was killed. The man they called the Bunny Man. "We need to get out of here, Travis." Randy started moving again, now even faster. Today was the day that man was caught in the woods. It was years ago, maybe even decades, that a murderer was found in these woods. He had kidnapped children. He lured them into the forest wearing a bunny costume. When the cops finally arrested him, the scene was out of a horror movie. He was naked, wearing his bunny mask, eating the children. He spoke before being shot by one of the officers. "None for you, all for me." Randy couldn't think about that now. He just had to get off this trail. He thought he was making a shortcut, blazing a new trail through thick leaves and brush. Suddenly, he didn't hear Travis anymore. He stopped and looked around him. Travis was gone. In the distance, Randy heard gunfire, light caliber like Travis's gun. Randy ran towards the sound. Then he heard screams, agonizing, breathless screams, echoing against an outburst of breaking branches. "Travis!" Randy saw a light through the trees, and he reached an opening in the thickness of the forest, just as the violent sounds stopped. Hanging from a tree, skinned from head to toe, was Travis. Around him, a perfect circle of dead rabbits, placed on wooden spikes, like a tortured audience. Randy couldn't breathe. He collapsed on the earthen floor of the woods. He stared at his friend's lifeless body, dangling in the air. He noticed his flesh. He hadn't just been skinned. There were chunks of him missing. Then Randy heard a voice behind him, a soft, quiet voice that sounded like it couldn't be human. "None for you, all for me."